More often than not, company earnings grow, especially if they're tech companies. Sometimes, they have negative growth too. That's possible. I mean, look at Moderna and BioNTech. If you calculate its PE based on their 2022, 2020 earnings, 22 earnings, the PEs would have been relatively low. But now that people are not spending that much money on COVID vaccines, those numbers are high. Uh, Two problems with trailing PE. The first one is the fact that it is a trailing number, which means backward looking. Financial markets don't particularly care, or and should not, what have you done for them in the past? Okay. Think about it. BioNTech invested in 2023. The company made a lot of money, but I already made that money. Okay, I'm an investor. I'm a ruthless, soulless being. All I care is, what are you going to do for me in the future? We're not talking about a friendship. Okay? As a friend, things you have done for me in the past may be a good guide for the things you may do for me in the future. But that is not necessarily the case for the companies. Or this may be a company that hasn't done much for you last few years, but it may do quite a bit in the future. Example, MU. I have some investments in this stock. I'm losing money right now, but that has nothing to do with the company. This is Micron Systems. These guys produce high-speed memory chips used for AI systems. Their trailing P is 10. Should be more. Huh? Let's look at the analysis. For example, for the fiscal year 2024, analysts are expecting the company is going to make $1.21 a share. But last year, end of fiscal year 2023, they were losing money. The fact that they lost a lot of money last year doesn't mean anything to me as long as I have reasons to believe that they're going to do better this year. So looking backwards is never a good idea in making financial investment decisions. For example, just looking at the last quarter, they made $1.78. The same quarter a year ago, they made only 108. They're expected to go to $9 a share for fiscal year 2025. Okay, that's what I should care about. So to get rid of the backward-looking nature of trailing PE, we will define forward PE or FPE, which is price divided by expected EPS for the next 12 months. If you're an equity analyst, obviously you have your own forecasts. But in many cases, there are more than one analyst that covers a stock. For example, let's look at uh, in Yahoo Finance, there's an analysis tab. It tells you there are 29 analysts that make forecasts of EPS for fiscal year 24 and fiscal year 25. I think, uh, let me find out when their fiscal year ends. Yeah, their fiscal year ends at the end of August. For example, they're going to have an earnings announcement in 2 days' time. That's going to refer to fiscal year 2024. So that's 25 number is probably referring to fiscal year 25. For MU, it just happens to be the same. But actually, let's make a comparison. For Netflix, let's call this TPE, 43.79. Where is it? Forward PE is 31.25, which means compared to the trailing 12 months, Netflix is expected to earn a lot more. Okay. In fact, we can see that at the bottom of the analysis tab, you could always find the growth estimates. Next year, Netflix earnings are expected to grow about 20%. The 5 years after that, on average, another 20 or so. So we kind of need to be forward looking to begin with. The only question is, how much forward looking are we going to be? At a minimum, look at the next year. All right. Let's make a comparison with Disney. They're somewhat in similar business. They both have streaming businesses. Obviously, both Disney and Netflix also create their own content, but Disney has also theme park revenues and stuff. Let's look at statistics. Nice thing about Yahoo Finance, all you have to do is change the ticker in the web address. In fact, you can get those tables to your Excel files if you wanted to. Do you guys know how to get a website table into your Excel file? Let's show you how to do that. You don't need to know this for anything in this class, but just for the hell of it. Suppose I want to get a table from this website. Copy the website address, go to Excel. If you go to Data tab, right about here, uh, there's an icon that says From Web. If you don't see it, get data from other sources from web. Paste the web address. Okay. Connect. You can do these for stock prices as well. Retry. Come on, man, you're embarrassing me. Let's use a different web address just to show. For example, let's say you're on a table of live exchange rates. Yeah, right here. Knowing that I'm going to have some time today, I just wanted to do this. Uh, Data from web. I just happen to know that that's the icon for that. I guess you need to log into Yahoo to get something like that. Click on select multiple items and just to see what you have in the tables. Okay, that's the table I want. Click on that. You may import multiple tables, but I'm just going to do one. Load two. I want to create table on the existing worksheet right there.